Good morning and welcome to Conversations with the Persian Lurky. Yes, I've just woken up and you can tell. No makeup, no filters. But completely me wanting to share a lot of things with you because बहुत time हो गया है कि मैं मेरा conversations record नहीं कर पा रही हूँ. तो मैंने सोचा कि चलो आज ही कर लेते. So let's begin. And where do I start? Yesterday I was at the forest department and I filed an RTI to get information about an elephant in Chokidhani, Jaipur, and I hadn't received a response. So when I got a response on Saturday that said that, oh, you can come on Monday and get the information and response you want, and I was so excited. I was like, finally there's going to be hope. Guess what? I go there and it's not even the right place to go. So ऊपर लिखा है वन विभाग जू, ठीक है, अंदर एड्रेस दिया हुआ है कि अरण्य भवन, and so of course I land up to Aranya Bhavan and I go there, and because I'm assuming what does a zoo have to do with, you know, elephants? Anyway, elephants in captivity in terms of not at the zoo but at a different venue. I go there and they tell me no, you have to go to the zoo. I lose it. I literally lose it because for me what's happening is I'm thinking that they're just buying time. Clearly 3 महीने हो गए. अगर तुमने पहले जगह में गलत भेजा, मैंने RTI जब फाइल किया फिर अपने दूसरे जगह भेजा hoping that that is the right one, you should at least freaking know that that is the right department. No, you send it to a third department. The third department sends a letter to me, and when I go there, of course after a lot of deliberation and whatever, so I reach the zoo. Zoo is in a pathetic condition. It's called Chidyaghar, which is like there is only aviaries and birds, like crocodiles or whatever. And oh my god, it's pathetic. It just needs to be shut down and the animals need to be moved to somewhere safe. But that's besides the point. So I go there and I meet the DFO, and I learned that he says that, Madam, हमारे पास ये information नहीं रहता है. We don't have this information. And by this time, I'm fuming, okay? Like, I'm literally fuming. And ironically, I'm wearing an elephant pajama shirt right now. So I'm fuming and I'm like, he's like, no, but we'll give you the information that we have. And I'm assuming that it's still related to the elephant at Chokidhani or closely, linked to my RTI. And he says that here are the files. Okay, and these are huge files and half of them in Hindi. They're not even organized. I don't know what to look. What am I looking for in these files? And he's like, you can look through these files and see. I mean, 3 months and after going to a wrong location then coming to the right one, you are freaking telling me as a DFO that you don't have this information, right? And you want the applicant to look through your files and find her answers. I mean, seriously? Then what are you there for? Why did you freaking call me? I look through files, I'm like, this is not something that is of my interest. Why don't you instead give me a list of the elephants you have and tell me which of these is in Chokidhani, okay? And during our conversation, we realized that, oh, there was an FIR filed on some elephants and there was a medical health checkup done. So I was like, okay, give me that information. That's fine. Give me that as well. And all this while, they're just running helter-skelter, trying to find this information that I want or whatever. And I'm assuming that they're finding information about the elephant at Chokidhani. They moved me from the DFO's office where there was AC. They moved me to this smaller room where I cannot begin to tell you the condition of that office. Now I'm going to describe it to you because I'm a storyteller. I walk into this pathetic looking office where the cupboards are rusty, you know, the old Godrej cupboards, and they're rusty, and they offer me a seat on a chair that probably cannot hold my weight. It was ripped. It was just so embarrassing for me as an Indian to say that this is the office of a government, I mean, of the government that I voted for, the government that's there to serve people. Behind one of the cupboards, I noticed so much garbage, and there was garbage just strewn around. There was garbage, there was spider webs, there was, I think the forest needs to coexist with all living forms. So fair enough, you want the spider webs, theek hai. There were lizards, there were beetle leaf stains all over the place. There was, the cupboards were falling apart, as I said. And there was these two tables, and there were two karamcharis who were working, and one of them was a lady who was assigned to help me. Her desk was a mess. The files behind her stacked up were a mess. I mean, dusty, dirty. I have no idea how to say it. Like, it was a nightmare. That I am thinking that this is what India is getting smarter at. Okay, there's a printer that didn't work. He had to keep hitting it. He had to keep lifting the panel and then trying to pull the paper out when they were printing stuff for me. 4 hours. Okay, I waited 4 hours, and finally I get a set, and I'm looking through it and whatever, and it just had the list of elephants in general. I don't know which one of them is a Chokidhani. I go and so the DFO tells me that if the elephant is not here, then you can let me know and we will register a complaint. Now, how am I as a normal person going to know if that elephant of Chokidhani, what is its microchip number, what is its name, what is whatever? We don't even know. Like, we've asked the name from the Mahout when I was there, and some tourists informed me. They said Jaimala. Now, what if that person lied to us? I could be called Maria in one place, Mariam at one place, Marigold at one, I don't know. Like, you know, you could just make up my name. And no microchip. Can a tourist just go and ask the Mahout or the owner for the microchip number? Do you think they'll give it to you? They'll think you're an activist, you're after them. It's frustrating, right? And यही government को हम support करते हैं, उनको और करप्ट बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं, और यही गवर्नमेंट को हम उसके खिलाफ आवाज़ नहीं उठाते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि हम कंफर्टेबल हो गए. अभी यही सिस्टम चलता है. ऑफिस ऐसे ही होते, गंदे होते, हमको कोई जवाब नहीं मिलता है. हमको एक ऑफिस से दूसरा ऑफिस भागना अच्छा लगता है. हमारा ट्रैवलिंग हो जाता है. What I'm trying to get at is that this government of India needs to realize that the real issue is this system. And unless you shake that system, unless there is one strong, brave government that comes in and, you know, says that हमारा agenda ये होगा कि हम इस system में सुधार लाएंगे. Only vote for such a government. I have not heard anything. They're like, oh, हम गरीबों का गरीबी हटाएंगे, हम ये करेंगे, हम वो करेंगे. Just blanket statements, right? But to say that मैं आके आपके लिए आपका गवर्नमेंट आसान बनाऊंगा, नहीं करना है. क्यों? क्योंकि we have to get people to work for us, we have to get all this and whatever. But I realized that on questioning that more than half of the posts in these governments, organizations, government agencies is vacant. Okay, they're just vacant. And they're vacant for God knows why, because the government just decides it wants to keep it vacant so that it doesn't work efficiently, doesn't work effectively. And I'm like, there's something seriously wrong. I walked out of that office yesterday being very, very disoriented, being very upset, being frustrated. And so I walk out. It doesn't end there. I walk out. And I booked my Uber to go back because after 5 hours, I'm just like roasted, right? And while I'm waiting, I just go through the top sheets and I realize that one list is incomplete. They have put the name of the elephant, but they've forgotten to put in the microchip number. Now I was frustrated. I go through some more sheets to see if there's any other things missing, and they forgot to attach the FIR. And I am like, my goodness. I walk all the way back, fire those people, I blast them and tell them that ये information आप क्यों नहीं दिए, मेरा Uber अभी आ जाएगा और आप कैसे काम करते हो. मतलब like गवर्नमेंट जॉब में तुमको बस आना है क्योंकि वो जॉब सिक्योरिटी देता है और काम नहीं करना है आपको. तो ये बदलाव लाना जरूरी है, नहीं तो ये कंट्री ऐसे ही डूबता जाएगा, लोग फ्रस्ट्रेटेड होते जाएंगे, कोई खुश नहीं है. अ कंट्री that wants to be known as a happy country will have to bring change within its governmental system, with its law enforcement, with all the public offices. Very, very important कि हमारा देश में अगर हम कोई भी चेंज देखना चाहेंगे वो ऊपर से शुरू होता है. हाँ, पॉपुलेशन ज़्यादा है, मेरे को ये बहुत एक्सक्यूजेस मिलते हैं, मेरा दिमाग पक जाता है. बट अगर आपका गवर्नमेंट ही बेकार है, मतलब मैं खुद सुधरी हुई हूँ, लुक एट मी, आई एम कम्प्लीटली, आई मीन आई एम नॉट परफेक्ट, बट I will speak out against injustice. I won't be quiet if I see some problems. I'll speak out. I'll be vocal. I'll try to keep my house clean, my area clean. I'll segregate waste, whatever is needed as a citizen of India, I will do, right? But of course, if you have even 10,000s of such Mariam, all we can do is go and protest because the government doesn't want to change. And who are we getting to elect? We are getting a small pool of people who are themselves not bothered. उनको बस पैसे छापने. कभी इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट ने अमित शाह के घर में रेड किया है? मतलब मुझे ये समझ में भी नहीं आता है ये गवर्नमेंट्स क्यों इतना पैसा जमा खाते हैं जब वो ना ब्रांड शॉपिंग करते हैं, ना वो क्लासी है, ना कुछ है. उनकी धोती कुर्ता तो सस्ते में भी मिल जाएगा, वैसे ही पहनते हैं. ना वो जाके अपना बाल बनाते हैं, ना बाल काला करते हैं, ना पार्लर जाते हैं. तो करते क्या है इस पैसे का? और क्यों इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट सिर्फ ऐसे लोग, बिजनेस लोगों के घर जाता है? वाई डोंट दे गो इनटू द हाउसेस ऑफ पॉलिटिशियंस who you should actually go after? Okay, ये एक बात हुई. So this was all about yesterday. So I walked back. I fired them, blast them, whatever. I said, "ये है तुम्हारा काम, right?" And apparently they charged me 198 rupees. So I asked them that ये किसको जाता है? ये 198 they told me goes into the government pool. वो चला जाता है, हम वहाँ पे भर्ती कर देते हैं, वो वहाँ पे. अरे वहाँ पे जाके क्या होता है इस पैसे का? Have we even questioned that? I think it's very important for you as a citizen of India to know that you can use the Right to Information Act to ask questions. Because I saw yesterday while I was there, they may have never worked, they may have never looked through these files, but the way they were running helter skelter, it seemed like क्या हो रहा है, ये fish market है. मतलब 6-7 people are लगे हुए थे कि वो एक पेपर निकाले, ये निकाले, वो निकाले. फिर भी information correct नहीं दिया है मुझे. तो अब मैं क्या करूं? मेरे को तो स्क्वायर वन में ही स्टार्ट हो गई. मेरे को दूसरा इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल गया था जो यूजफुल हो सकता है, बट इस केस में यूजफुल था ही नहीं. तो मेरा सवाल आपसे है कि आप क्यों अब तक से चुप है? क्यों आप इस सिस्टम को इनकरेज कर रहे हो? क्यों आप किसी गवर्नमेंट या किसी पॉलिटिशियन, एमएलए जो भी है, whoever you're electing, why aren't you questioning them and say that हमको सिस्टम में बदलाव क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है? हम क्यों ये फ्रस्ट्रेटेड हो रहे हैं? Now yesterday I got to learn, my impression was that schools don't teach students which department does what, because trust me, it's a chaotic system. मतलब it's a mess. कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट क्या काम करता है? तो आई लर्न दैट सिविक्स में सिखाते हैं, फिर लोग सिर्फ उसको एग्जाम पास करने के लिए पढ़ाई करते हैं. ये भी चेंज लाना बहुत ज़रूरी है, पर उसके लिए मैं दूसरा एपिसोड बनाऊंगी. तो आज मुझे सिर्फ कल का ये शेयर करना था और आपको बताना था कि आप प्लीज़ करप्शन तो हर जगह है, मैं यूएस में थी, हर जगह है, नो प्रॉब्लम। फिर भी अगर आप पैसे खा रहे हो तो काम तो करो, राइट? अगर आप पैसे नहीं खा पा रहे हो, पैसे खा रहे हो और काम नहीं कर पा रहे हो, तो वो गलत है। वो बिल्कुल वो तो चोरी है, क्लियर चोरी है। मतलब तुम सैलरी लेते हो, तुम अंडर द टेबल भी खाते हो, पर तुम काम ही नहीं कर रहे हो। आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट दे डोंट वर्क, ओके? आई मेट a couple of officers yesterday at the Aranya. I met an officer at the Aranya Bhavan who was explaining to me the challenges, and I completely understand. But what are the higher ups doing? And why is there no accountability, no system to maintain records? क्यों सब पेपर में हो रहा है? जब मोदी जी बोल रहे हैं देश स्मार्ट होगा, डिजिटल होगा, तो क्यों नहीं हुआ है? फ्रिकिन तुम्हारे खुद के सिस्टम में पहले बदलाव लाओ ना। ये पेपर्स, ये क्या फाइल्स है? Oh my God. So anyway, I will leave it at that for you to think about it, because I alone cannot bring the change. I can only change myself, which I have done. Now it's up to you to go ahead and question collectively as a society, question your MLA, your elected officials कि क्या हो रहा है, मुझे ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस साफ चाहिए, क्या करोगे आप, है ना? और अगर आप कोई अधिकारी हो और आप ये वीडियो देख रहे हो, तो प्लीज़ थोड़ा इनिशिएटिव लेके आपके ऑफिसेस को साफ करो और फंड ले लो, ताकि आप ऑफिस को सुधार सको। इंटीरियर्स में जो भी है, गंदगी में, क्लीन दैट फ्रिकन ऑफिस अप, क्लीन दैट बिल्डिंग अप। आई वुड नेवर बी एबल टू वर्क इन अ डिस्गस्टिंग वर्क प्लेस। आई वुड टेक द इनिशिएटिव टू गो क्लीन इट। दैट्स मी, आई नो, बट हमारा देश महान है ना, सब मानते हैं ना, तो महान देश के साथ ऐसे क्यों हो रहा है? क्यों गंदगी फैली हुई है? क्यों गौ माता को ऐसे तड़पा रहे हैं? क्यों? इस क्यों का जवाब देने के लिए आप हो और आपके इलेक्टेड ऑफिशियल्स हैं। तो until then, I will see you for my next episode, which I don't know when it would be, but I'll try to make it soon.